Businesses today are facing increasing costs and increasing regulations. Many are turning to human resources experts as one way to control and lower employee costs. But what does that really mean? And is it something your company should be doing? This is Understanding HR1. Businesses today are very different than they were years ago. Instead of owners and entrepreneurs focusing on what they want to do and do best, they wind up spending all their time and sometimes their money worrying about employees, paperwork, benefits, insurance costs, liability, endless government mandates, and more. Instead of doing what you love, you're doing what you hate. For example, meet Dr. Bob we'll just call him Dr. Bob. Dr. Bob went to medical school and studied hard to learn all about the human body and how it works. Dr. Bob wants to do what he loves, which is see patients every day. He wants to help them feel better and manage their health. That's why he worked hard to become a physician. But nobody taught him about the time eaters. The time eaters are sneaky creatures with an insatiable appetite. They pop up everywhere and chew up huge chunks of your day, and they're always hungry for more. Dr. Bob has plenty of hardworking folks on his staff: physician's assistants, nurses, administrative assistants, insurance billing clerks. It takes a lot in a busy medical practice to see all of Dr. Bob's patients. But the time eaters are getting in the way of patient care, eating away at Dr. Bob's time, and getting in the way of practicing medicine. Every minute that Dr. Bob and his staff spends fighting the time eaters, dealing with paychecks, taxes, benefits, government forms, immigration, OSHA, vacation requests, the new COBRA regulations, 125 reimbursements, insurance, wage and hours laws, garnishments, HR things. They are not seeing patients, and the time eaters are munching away at Dr. Bob's business. Finally, Dr. Bob realized he couldn't win this battle with the time eaters on his own. Luckily, a friend told him about HR1. HR1 helped Dr. Bob see that the effort he was spending on paperwork, government mandates, benefit administration, and staffing, instead of seeing patients, was not only costing him time, it was costing him money too. And the time eaters had to go. HR1 went to work for Dr. Bob. They began taking care of his employees' needs, their benefits, all the mountains of paperwork the government requires, and even their payroll. But it wasn't just about paperwork and details. HR1 was able to increase benefits and decrease the cost for the people working for Dr. Bob. Too good to be true? It's not. Before HR1, Dr. Bob was alone in his buying power. But now, Dr. Bob has the buying power of HR1 and the thousands of employees they manage. Now, his employee-related costs are lower and much more stable. HR1 showed Dr. Bob how he could get back to doing what he loves, being Dr. Bob. By utilizing HR1, Dr. Bob gets to focus on being a physician. No more time eaters to worry about. Yes, the time eaters are now gone from Dr. Bob's office, and HR1 is there to make sure they stay gone. HR1 has a complete arsenal to keep the time eaters from eating up your schedule and your profits. More benefits, less work, less cost. That's the HR1 prescription. If you're stuck like Dr. Bob, surrounded by time eaters, and your time is running out, it's time to call HR1. HR1 will save you time. HR1 will save you money. And most importantly, HR1 will get rid of the time eaters and get you back to doing what you love.